Hello, everybody. My name is Elmer. Today is August 31st. I'm in the criminal justice technology class in the fall of 2025, and this is a walkthrough of um, me finding my data and where I got it from, and sort of explaining where it came from. So this is the FBI Crime Data Explorer. For my first three states, I've chosen Texas, Tennessee, and South Carolina. And for my first crime, I will be doing homicides. So um, if we look at here, we have Texas as my first state that I've selected. And you can see here that we have homicides. I did put a 10-year time frame for all three states. So here is the data for Texas. Now, for my second state, I chose Tennessee. And like I said, homicide was my crime that I've chosen for this first part of the assignment. And again, the 10-year time frame. Here's the data that I will be using to do my graph. So basically, I'm going to go here and download this CSV and then put it into the Excel spreadsheet, which I'll go over in a second. And my third state, like I said, South Carolina, and again, homicide, 10-year time frame. Here's all my data. Make sure it says view by counts, of course, and then again, download as CSV. Excuse me. Then after collecting all my data, here's data that I've transferred from the website. So as you can see, we have the Texas. Well, first we have a 10-year time frame. So from August of 2015 all the way up to August of 2025. Obviously, the year's not done yet, so 2025 data would be a little bit off. But here's Texas data, Tennessee, and then of course South Carolina. And what I did, it was basically put them 10 years for Texas, because that's the amount of time I selected for each state. And then, of course, location. So Texas 10, Tennessee 10, and then South Carolina 10 for 10 years. And then the year, of course, from 2015 to 2024. And then the rate. Basically, how I got that was by gathering the average of each individual year. So a good example, for example, Texas. So if you go from August to December, we have an average of 111.4. So that's how I got my number. So, and basically you do the same for each year and then each date. And then after you have all your data collected, I basically just selected it all and made it into this really nice graph here, which I can move, hopefully, maybe. No, okay. But basically, it says the state on the bottom. So we have Texas, Tennessee, and South Carolina. The blue bar represents each year, and then the red bars, or purple, whatever, is the rate, and that is for my first part. And then for the second part of the part one, is basically sort of the same. I selected Alabama, California, and Georgia for my three other states. So if you go back to the FBI Crime Data Explorer website again, I scroll down to rape and then go up. The first year I selected was Alabama, and again the 10-year time frame, just to keep it the same as our previous graph. We have our data. Make sure it says view by counts. Then you're going to download this, so you have your data downloaded, and you can open it up with Excel. My next state was California, and again, rape is my crime. 10-year time frame. Here is my data that I'm going to be collecting. Make sure it's view by counts. Again, download it so you can import it to your Excel, which is where you're going to be working with your data. And then my last state was Georgia. Again, rape, Georgia, and then 10-year time frame as always. And then using all these data, it's pretty much similar process. So 10 years from August 15th to August 2025. And then I compiled all the different data from each state, Alabama, California, and Georgia, and basically repeated the same steps. I created a column for the location, which is Alabama, Georgia, and California, and then my years from 2015 to 2024. And then the average for each state per year, which again I calculated it of every month of each year individually. And then after you have all your data compiled, you just basically highlight all of it and make it into your second graph. And again, the bottom we have our states named, and then each bar represents a year, and then the red bar represents the rate. And that is it for part one. And then these two graphs is what I'll be copying and pasting into my Word document. So stay tuned for that.